The world is a big and changing place. Sun, stars, moons, goop all take space. But I don't know the answers that I'll find. We'll see what we can figure out, mind to mind. Mix it, shoot it, smack it, whack it, figure it out. Let's get to it. Pop is wow.
Good morning and welcome to the lab. I'm Dr. Violet Reaction. That's PhD in chemistry. It's a good thing you all stopped by today. You're just in time. I was going through the shelves and found some really neat odds and ends. Oh, I wonder who's there.
Dr. Reaction, Dr. Reaction, we have a question.
Questions are always begging for some answers. Let's hear it.
Well, the weirdest thing happened this morning. We were in the kitchen and
Morgan's mom put a big pot of water onto the stove.
and then she was cutting veggies and forgot all about it.
And when we came back, all the water was all gone.
All that was left was this weird smoke stuff.
Okay, well, let's talk about matter to get down to the bottom of this. It's time to talk about matter. So everything in the world is made up of small little pieces, so tiny you can't even see them. They're called molecules. And when you put them together, they make up anything. Even you! The way these pieces fit together is where we get our three forms of matter. Solids. They hold their shape because their molecules move slowly and stick together. Liquids. These take the shape of whatever container they fall into, and their molecules move more slow than solids to make them change shape easier. And gases. They have rapidly moving molecules and stretch out in whatever space they're in.
But that's an empty bottle, Dr. Reaction.
Actually, it's full of air, a gas that's all around us, we just can't see it. But there are loads of gases that you can see.
So what has this got to do with our water disappearing?
Well, knowing the forms of these matters is only the half of it, because you can change one form of matter into another form of matter. Matter changes depending on how it responds to other things. So, when your mother put the water on the stove, it started to heat up. And when the water heats up, these molecules get excited. When the molecules get excited, they spread apart and become a new form of matter.
So that's where the water disappeared to?
And the water is the smoke that we actually saw?
Exactly. The heat emitted by the stove made the molecules and the water into vapor that you saw. The water evaporated into a gas. But it's not the only way you can change something's state of matter. There's other ways we can see these types of matter changes. And sometimes matter can get stuck between two states of matter. Okay, so you guys know what's next?
Let's get to it!
To explore states of matter between the main three, we're going to start with some easy stuff you'll find around your house. Water. School glue. And then we're going to add borax. It's usually in the laundry room. So ask your parents to help you out with this step, guys.
And don't forget the food coloring.
I like green.
So you're going to take 1 part water and 1 part glue It doesn't matter how much slime we make as long as you have even amounts of both. So just mix that on up for now. Perfect. And if you need to add a little bit of each one, that's totally fine as well. All right, now we're gonna add just a bit of borax. All right, so just keep on stirring until that settles. Help you out here. Oh, it's coming along just slimy. All right, Taylor, I think it's time to add the green food coloring. So you're gonna add 2 big drops. Perfect. Now, don't worry if you don't have any green. You can make it with a few drops of yellow and a few drops of blue food coloring, or any color for that matter. Now you kids keep stirring. Oh, wow. And now we've made what I like to call a polymer, or slime. Wow. Make sure you've got extra towels to clean up. After learning about our 3 forms of matter, can you tell me which one this is?
Well, when it's in the bowl, it keeps the shape of the bowl.
And when you take it out, it holds its own shape.
This polymer works as both a solid and a liquid. So the molecules here, instead of staying tight together or spreading out, they chain together. When it stretches out, it becomes a solid. But when we leave it alone, it acts like a liquid. Matter is ever changing and creating in our world. Wow. It looks like that's all we have time for today, kids. And we should get you guys home. I'm Dr. Violet Reaction. That's PhD in chemistry. And I'll see you next week on
Pop!
Fizz!
Wow!